It's Thursday. Coffee. It's sunny. No rainy day. This is going to be a positive day, and we're not going to only talk about immigration. We're going to talk about other things, like me going to Myrtle Beach this afternoon. Haven't packed yet. And doing a talk for the spouses of Edward Jones. It's exciting. I've never been to Myrtle Beach. And if anybody out there knows any babysitters, I could use one tomorrow. I reached out to an old friend, and she said, I'll do it. And you hate to have a friend do that. So anyway, if there are any babysitters at Myrtle Beach, I don't want to pay one of those sitting services for a few hours Friday morning, and maybe a little bit later. Send me a private message. Anyway, I would give you my phone number here, but I'm afraid that some Fruit Loops would call me. So let's just get into Fruit Loops. Now, I'm going to give this is a public service announcement. If you get easily offended, you probably shouldn't watch this. Emmeline, you're fine. Good morning, because I'm going to make fun of some people. Yep, I am. And you know why? Because I'm allowed to. It's freedom of speech. Yep. I think the overarching philosophy that I have, and this is not totally my idea. Actually, this friend of mine pointed it out yesterday, and I was like, damn, she's right. Let me find it. Who was it? It was my writer friend. Frick. Well, now I can't remember. Oh, anyway. Never mind. Have you noticed that lack of spelling ability correlates? I have a PhD in education, so this is qualitative data. Lack of spelling ability correlates with belief systems. Why is that? So it really does. I'm going to give you some words, hello from Italy, that are a real struggle for people right now. Boarder. B-O-A-R-D-E-R, boarder, is if you're a boarder at boarding school. I was a boarder. So-and-so is a day student. Yes. Privileged boarder. Episcopal. Oh, it's not like church Episcopal, it's school. My husband went to Episcopal high school. Border is spelled B-O-R-D-E-R when it relates to our country's margins. The word separate, sep-ar-ate, S-E-P-A-R-A-T-E, not E-R, not separate. Thank you, Miles. Your. This is your coffee. Y-O-U-R. Your, Y-O-U, apostrophe R-E is U-R. I mean, I've never seen such mess in my life. And the worse you spell, the more you want to keep people out of our country. You don't even seem to be taking advantage of the fact that we have a public education system where you learn to spell. I just don't get it. I really don't. Apart. Well, I haven't seen that one. So, if this is offensive to you, fuck off. No, that's so mean. I've said the word fuck so many times. I've had no sleep this week because I've done in by this. So anyway, probably never get asked to do another Christian conference again. At least I'm not Jeff Sessions. Now, there. Oh, shit. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I get this message yesterday. I love to read something funny. I promise you all these people cannot spell. You are completely ridiculous. I am unfollowing your page. As a fellow autism parent, you have become very disappointing. Stick to what you know. The page used to be entertaining. Now it's just another political blog. Blah, blah. What? No. Entertaining? Ooh, I'm entertaining. I also have a brain. It's so odd to me. I like the idea that, like, if you only like entertaining, watch Nick Jr. Disney Jr. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Communication is what matters. Spelling, not so much. I don't agree. Spelling. Fully admit my learning disability with spelling. Yes, my dad has dyslexia. Thomas has dyslexia. But there's spell check. I don't think these are people that have dyslexia. I think spelling is offensive. I think if you're going to really make a point, especially if you're going to really, be a hard ass over something, know how to spell border. Don't talk to me about borders if you can't spell it. Because then it makes me wonder where you even got these opinions. Anyway, and we're just going to have to disagree on that one. Now, then this person said this. You want to be a responsible parent? Don't just listen to the local news. I don't even watch TV. I can't get it on. For the information you spew on your blog. Yes, womp womp. I was thinking, what did that dumbass say? Womp womp. That's going to be like what I start saying. But then that's even more offensive. Okay, the local news, that's how I get my blog. Tell me, do you all see the things I put up on the local news? If you do, tell me what channel, because I can save a assload of time not digging around for research. The hell? Okay. Get yourself educated on what is really happening at the border and with these children and adults who may be their parents, because most are not their parents. Then ask yourself what you personally have done for the less fortunate right here in America. The ones that are unwanted, overcrowded in foster care homes with 10 other children, children that have been ripped away from parents by CPS for unfounded claims, or the children who lost their single parent to a jail sentence. Just continue to sit on your cozy couch, sipping coffee while your ass gets bigger, pretending to know all when you don't have a clue. My ass? I've never had a big ass. And I'm not on a couch. I'm on the bed. So, Now, this person also said, hold on, where is it? Oh, get my information from the local news. So this was my rebuttal. I said, I spoke Joe Helen Cruz, which another person said, sorry to all you people that have these joint accounts. But I mean, when people have double name Facebook accounts, they like make me class. This person's comment was, joint Facebook account. Which one cheated? I mean, sorry, but that is funny. It's funny. Anyway. Okay, yeah, 10 kids in a house. Anyway. This person, I said, I spoke to an airline attendant, a nun, a Texas pediatrician, an employee of Health and Human Services, and a leasing agent, all folks directly involved in situations involving migrant children. Don't you tell me to get educated or what I do in this country. Holy shit. That was my comment. And then their comment was, no border control agent? And I said, I did read a lengthy essay written by a border control tunnel expert. I'll be sharing his thoughts this evening, or did you already hear that on Extra? Her did not like me, or her or him. I mean, how do you know? It's two names saying that they watched Extra. Anyway, now, this person this morning said this. Come here and get somebody pregnant. We'll take care of you all. Is that the message we want to send? And what extra tax money do we have to take care of whole families where one adult decides to break the law? We can't even pay our teachers well. What the heck do you think people think all this money will come from? I did not go to Mexico and get impregnated by a local. I mean, have y'all seen The Twilight Zone? You know that part where the little boy's in the dark room eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches watching the TV like this? Yesterday, I had that, feeling came over me so many times that I was in that same scenario. What the fuck are they talking about? Get impregnated. Anyway. And if the government certainly would not have happily let me remain there illegally or support my child. Come on, people. What does that even mean? It's so confusing. Let's talk about money, though. Just as a little aside of seriousness. because last night I went out to dinner with my parents. My mother is great, and my dad is good. So we went to Table 9 in Atlantic Beach, which I will just say was real, real good. I had blackened fish tacos. I know it's sort of healthy. And you got a side salad for only $3. I like that. And like all the waitresses follow my blog, which makes me happy. But anyway, it was really good. Now, my dad can spell, but he's got some interesting opinions on this immigration stuff. He also has interesting opinions on going out to dinner. Now, why was I about to tell you this? There was some reason. Oh, crap. Well, I'll just tell you about it. So we go to dinner at 7:15 after the news is over. The babysitter came. I put Amos to bed and then went to dinner, which anybody that knows me knows I'm very against doing that, because once you go to all that trouble, I mean, that just means I can lie in the bed. So why would I go out to dinner? But anyway, I went, because I'm a good sport. So we're driving over the bridge. My mom's driving, my dad, little Thomas and I. And I said, where are we going to eat? And I heard him say long something. And then I heard who one of them said, it's like the Capitol Grill, which is in Raleigh or Miami or wherever. And I was like, ooh, that's good. And I said, well, what's the name of it again? Thinking I hadn't heard of this place. Longhorn. Longhorn. Nobody get offended about me saying Longhorn. I probably like it. But I'm at the beach, and there are real restaurants here. Like, I don't need to go to a chain restaurant. I'll go to a chain restaurant if I'm, like, on the highway. But if I'm at the beach, I want to go to, like, a real place, right? Unless I'm getting takeout. That's just me. Maybe I'm a snob. So then we get to dinner, and we sit down, and we wait, I don't know, 5 minutes to get our drink order taken. And Dad said, you just can't go out in the summer. It's too busy. I was like, well, what do you mean it's too busy? He said, I mean, it just takes too long. We had to wait to order our drinks. And then you have to order your food. And I was like, well, we're going out to dinner. Well, I like it to be fast. And I was like, well, maybe we should go to Bojangles. I mean, it's dinner. And then he said this. This is great. Oh, he said, I don't like to compete for food. It's like he's at a buffet. And then he said, he tells little Thomas this, who like believes anything he says. They give you more at 9 o'clock. And I was like, they do? He goes, yes, they do. Because at that point, they know that many more people aren't coming. So they give you more. I mean, I guess that could be true. Has anybody ever heard that's true? Anyway, I like going out to dinner. I like it taking longer. I mean, what the hell do I have to do? And I said, like, where are you going? I'm talking about somebody who doesn't have much to do. Anyway, that's funny. But immigration. Oh, I know. So he's like, the same thing. How are we supposed to pay for all these people? And I told him, which I'll tell y'all, I'm fiscally conservative, right? The separating children from their parents ain't cheap. So even if you morally feel like it's wonderful, you're a neo-Nazi, great. But don't waste your money. And I'm just going to give you the example. So if I'm home with my kids today, how much does it cost? Well, me, nothing, because I'm staying in my parents' condo. But let's just pretend. You got housing, food, da-da-da. If I leave and I go stay down the road, somebody's got to watch my kids, right? We got to hire a babysitter. So when you separate children from their parents, one this way, one this way, you have to hire a caregiver for the children. Do you know how expensive that is? You should wonder about these companies that are getting paid to watch these children. Who are they? Where's the money going? So to stay in those tents, I did a post last night, I don't know if y'all saw it. These boys staying in tents, $750 a night to stay in the tent. That doesn't include food. That includes the cost of the tent and caregiving. The government told us that. I mean, if anything, they're going to lie and say it's less. If somebody can come up with an argument about why they love spending $750